hello, one and all, and welcome to another episode of MMA Vision Analysis. This one, I'm here to talk about the featherweight champion in the UFC, Ilia Topuria, and his interest in fighting in his home country, Spain. But before getting started, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and click that notification to get all of this that is new from this channel, your channel, the one and only MMA Vision Analysis. Not too long ago, I made a video speaking about Ilia Topuria and his lack of ability to pick a fight in the near future. I think that's going to have to come to an end sooner or later. Recently, an article claims that Ilia is interested in fighting in Spain. We've heard that a lot. We just want to know the opponent. I believe that the most obvious opponent for Ilia Topuria is that Max Holloway fight. And I believe the most obvious fight for Max Holloway is the Ilia Topuria fight. I do think that the BMF title will be included in the fight, in a fight between the two, and winner takes all. This fight here has the potential of headlining a card on its own, obviously. Perhaps the first in Spain, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not sure if we've had UFC cards in Spain. Not that I recall. It would most certainly be the first card that size in Spain. Once again, I'm not sure if we ever had a UFC card in Spain. What a way to introduce the UFC to Spain if Ilia Topuria is the first to bring a main card to Spain, headlines it against none other than the BMF himself, Max Holloway. This is all talk at this point. Nothing's official. And I'm super stoked to see what happens for Ilia Topuria next. I've said it many times before. I think that featherweight title needs to be put back on the line sometime before the end of this year. Time is running out in terms of, finding an opponent for Ilia and just scheduling it. I believe time is ticking at least. That's the least we can say. And I think eventually, sooner or later, we will have something for perhaps the end of this year in Spain. Hopefully, it's the Max Holloway fight for both the featherweight title and the BMF title. Winner takes all. Ilia versus Max. This one would be gigantic. I think this would perhaps be a great way to cap off the year. And just a fantastic way to end the year, I think, for the UFC. This fight here, if it was to happen. We do have the Conor McGregor fight. I believe it's in the summertime against the Michael Chandler. And really a lot of good things that are happening for the UFC this year. It's a very, very big year. It has been thus far. And I believe it's going to continue to be so for the UFC in general. And obviously, as I'm talking about here, and it's specifically the featherweight division and our newly crowned BMF champion, Max Holloway, which is a division of its own, to be honest with you. That title, I feel like that BMF title perhaps has more hype behind it than some titles in actual weight divisions, just because of that last fight between Justin and Max. I think it's been mentioned now that, that fight, that knockout's perhaps one of the, that's perhaps, thus far, it's perhaps most definitely the knockout of the year. And I think that's going to continue to be so all throughout the year. This one's perhaps going to stand as being the knockout of the year, perhaps the performance of the year as well. And, what a way to combine two titles in one fight. Ilia versus Max. I cannot wait for this one to be official. If you made it this far, I appreciate you for sticking around. Please let me know what you think in the comments and like, subscribe for more.